Okay, guys. Welcome to Minecraft Hexxit Revived. Now, this is a mod pack. It's got quite a few mods in it. As you can see here. Um. Oh, shit. Alright. Sorry, I just woke up. But, we got quite a few mods. So, this is a mod pack, and essentially what it is like a magical, hardcore type mod pack. Essentially, we're gonna be playing this on hardcore as well. So we only have one life. If we die, the world's over. So, oh thank God, we got a good spawn. Not a great spawn, but a decent spawn, I should say. Um, Sometimes I've spawned in to these worlds and it's put me on little ocean islands and stuff, or stupid crap like that I can't really do much with. So I'm glad to see that we got a good spawn. This is going to be the first video of my Let's Play. And we gotta start out by getting some normal tools, the basic Minecraft start, you know. We want stone tools. And so in this mod pack, things are more abundant. Such as, for instance, as you can see there is an emerald, and that's on the surface level. Certain things are more abundant, but just because it's more abundant doesn't make it good. For instance, diamonds. There's been a couple of starts that I've had where I found diamonds pretty early on, and found like 12 of them. But that doesn't change the fact that everything in this mod pack is also extremely strong, enemy-wise. So we have to be extremely careful. As you can see down in the bottom left corner of the screen, we have a little arrow up and a 1. That is a level point. And basically what level points are is we can level up skills, certain skills, and as we play we can also unlock more skills. Now there's only 3 more skills apparently. I don't know if that's just like that for no reason, or if those are actual unlockable skills, because I haven't played this enough to know. So essentially, you guys are going to be exploring along with me this mod pack and seeing, you know, the basics towards how to survive it. So, like I said, starting off, basic Minecraft start. One thing that we're going to do differently is this. This is a great sword, or giant sword, I should say. We're going to use that rather than a normal sword because, well, what you can do is block with that, and it's basically like a shield, essentially. It has better blocking for damages and such. So we're gonna want something like that. Now I'm thinking, because this area actually looks pretty nice. I like this area. I'm thinking this might be where we stay. So let's put down spawn right here. We can use that mini map up in the top right to kind of navigate where we're at. Oh, there's pockets of gravel with ores in them on the surface level. So if you find these little gravel patches, you can collect those. What is this? Barley. That's what I thought. I know that the plants and stuff, plant life and such, are different. I kind of like that. I also don't like that because if we go up there, we're probably going to somehow end up dying by like falling or something. But I do like the look of that. We might use that as our home base up top. This area definitely looks decent. It looks like it could be a decent place for us to stay. What the hell is that? It's like a manticore or something, and I don't know if there are manticores in this, but we're not going to go near it because basically we'll probably end up getting absolutely murdered. What we want to do to start off with this mod pack, firstly, obviously the normal stuff, gather our basic supplies and whatnot. I guess we're going to gather some of this barley as well, because that might be good to have for food. Nice, we got pumpkins, so we can use those to grow food. I mean, we need sugar, I think, and I'm not sure, but I think we need milk to make, like, the pumpkin pies. Because you can't really just eat the pumpkins. So we'll have to search for the other things that we need as well. What is that? Dead shrub. Cool. Those don't count as actual trees. So this is one of the things that you can find in this playthrough throughout the world. Oh, this isn't what I thought it was actually. This looks like a grave. Huh. I think this is a grave. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Oh, hey, I was just talking about how you can find these, like, what I was about to say about that before I realized it was a grave site. So these are like little portals. Essentially, you can enter into these portals, and when you enter into these portals, it's like it takes you to a different area. Way, way different than, this world. It's like normally a very dark place. Sometimes you can get different areas that aren't as dark and scary looking. But normally it's like a dark place, and you can find little chests with loot in them. I'm not sure what the significance of them is, like how good they are or whatnot, but essentially, once we get further into the game for ourselves, we might go exploring into one of those. Now, the only issue is that when you do set exploring, it typically brings you out in a completely different area to where you went in. So there's a very high chance we won't be anywhere near where we came in at. So it's a good idea if like you're going into one of those and you've already got a home set up, you're gonna want to set a waypoint, and even after you set said waypoint, once you go in, you could end up basically anywhere in the world. So you want to be careful doing that. You can never really be too safe, I guess, when it comes to doing that. Man, there are a bunch of these little pockets of gravel. What is this? Raw nickel. Okay, cool. And I'll take it. Definitely take all these ores, pockets of ores that I'm seeing scattered about. You know what? Oh shit. Okay. So apparently that's a thing. So that's like a quicksand pocket. So that's something we gotta watch out for, because walking into one of those could very well be the end of our life. Let's go ahead and grab some coal. I don't trust those sounds that are being made right now. So, let's go ahead. We're gonna make a little hidey hole for a little bit. Mainly because we need to kind of do some crafting and stuff, and kind of chill for the night. Barley bread, cool. So that does make bread, which we can eat, and we're gonna have to, because we've got no other food right now, I don't think. Oh, also, we can sort out our inventory, which is really nice. So it makes things a lot neater for you. So if you're not a very organized person, obviously you don't have to use that. But me personally, I tend to like to be more organized. Now, there are a lot of aspects to this. These are all of our stats. So I guess these are things that we can put on and stuff. Golem death record. Apparently we can find golems and stuff. I don't know if that's like the bosses at the top of those towers that I was seeing over there or not. Very well could be. We're gonna put that there. We're gonna put this here. Start smelting some stuff up because that'll get us some experience, I guess. Not like actual experience, but it'll get us levels for enchanting. Sorry, I'm freaking out on camera here. Moving around my mouse. Now, what I'm thinking is actually, let me look at something. There we go. Just slightly bigger. We don't need it to be huge, but that seemed a little small for me, honestly. Which I don't necessarily mind all that much, but it just kind of... Can this burn? No, it can't. Of course it can't. So... Let's just go ahead and start mining. Oh, also on that mini-map, as you can see up in the corner, it does show you, it's basically like an X-ray mod in a way. It doesn't tell you, obviously, where the ores are, so, I mean, you're still kind of taking a guess, but you know where the caves are in the world, typically. So there's that. It does help out a lot. If you're looking for a place to look for a cave. Actually, we might be able to find, because it looks like there might be something, like you can see that little square right ahead of my arrow. If we go this way quite a while, we might eventually hit what looks to be like a possible spawner area. If we use that spawner area, we can probably get some decent levels. Now, I'm thinking that you guys are gonna see basically all of my gameplay and stuff. So, you guys will pretty much be with me the entire time. But I'm not 100% sure if you guys would like to see everything, because, you know, it is some tedious work sometimes, like for instance, doing the leveling in this. It's tedious. It's killing a bunch of mobs repeatedly. Like, it's not exactly glorious work, but it's work nonetheless that you have to do, because if you don't do that, then you're basically really weak, especially if you're playing on a hardcore game mode. Then you're going to have to get those levels up, to be able to survive in the areas that you go into, because otherwise you're going to be dying repeatedly. Now, if you've got it on a survival world, I guess that doesn't really matter as much, but I am on hardcore, because typically that's all that I normally play. See, like right there, I got 20 XP for killing that mouse. Every mob gives you a little bit of XP. It depends on the mob that you're killing. But when you're killing mobs, it gives you a little bit of XP depending on what they are. It's different. Passive mobs are typically lower. What was that menu that I just opened? I don't even know how I just did that. Okay. Oh. Raise displacement, what is any of this? Sync hotbar. I've got no idea what this is. Nostalgic tweaks. Cast overlay, hostility, armor, what? I have no idea. I don't really care. I'm too lazy to go through all that. But I'm assuming that, you know, you can probably use that to kind of tweak some of the mods. But I don't care. I think that the mods are probably fine as they are. I don't really feel the need to go through and tweak stuff. So obviously now you guys saw that I figured that out, I guess. So essentially how I did that was I pressed the escape and the like tilde key or whatever, that little squiggly line right underneath the escape button at the same time, and that opened up. Didn't even know that was a thing, but now I do. So you can kind of modify things a little bit for yourself if you're uncomfortable with how the game is playing out for yourself. I really wish this would smelt faster. That way I'm not just like sitting here waiting around for it. But I don't care. I digress. Now, I don't know exactly how far away that was. So it's probably right towards the edge of the map there. So right into that dead land. Oh shit. I'm drowning. That's not good. Be sure to pay attention to your hair when you're in the water. Just because you probably don't want to die. So, this is an easy way to gain a little bit of XP. As you see, like fish, they give you 3 XP per kill. Obviously, that's not a lot. It is something, obviously, but it's just not the greatest. So, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that almost ended very poorly. I would have been pissed for that to be how this ended. Apparently that spawns stuff, so be careful. Bunch of snakes in the grass. Gotta be careful of that. Yeah, there's a lot that wants to kill you in this. So just be mindful of what you're doing. Typically, that way you don't end up dying over, something stupid. We're gonna go ahead and do that. You get bones from killing fish. As you saw there, I had a few bones in my inventory and I hadn't killed anything yet other than those fish. So you can get some things from different creatures and whatnot. You don't just have to kill skeletons and stuff to get bones. Now, what I'm really thinking about doing is creating a base next to that tower over there. And that tower is, I believe, an underground tower, so this could end very poorly if we do that. And essentially what I'm talking about is if we build this base next to that, we could end up very easily dying due to an overrun of mobs during the night, or even due to spawns inside my base. It depends on how close I make it, but if we make like a little underground thing, a little underground home right next to this, what we could possibly do, and I say possibly because it's very unlikely that it will end well. What we could do is essentially make this into a mob farm. So what we're gonna do here is dig a little hole. And we'll go ahead and do this. We gotta cook up some fish. That way we have food. You know what? Let's use the dead stuff for a door. Then we can do this. Well, make a chest. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and throw all this stuff in here, including these books as well. We don't really need that. We don't really need any of these seeds right now either. That will all come later. Pumpkins, we don't need. Cobra snake egg, we don't really need on us either. Go ahead and eat our last piece of bread here. Cooked salmon. How did I get cooked salmon? I didn't cook that salmon. I think I did at least. We'll get that off the bow. Okay, start healing up a little bit. That way we're not dying again. Because I have played this a couple of times, attempting hardcore worlds. They don't ever tend to end well for me. Um, but I'm not one to normally give up, so that's why we are doing this again. We are starting again on a hardcore world. Now this double door thing is just for an extra bit of protection. A little bit of an extra layer, I guess. So in case anything starts breaking in, I have time to kind of protect myself. Maybe like hide away in a little hidey hole, block it off with some stone or something. Because facing a group of mobs breaking into my home, probably not going to end very well for me. But hiding away, that might help. Oh shit. Yeah, we don't want to fall in, so let's just continue mining from a distance. That way we don't accidentally fall into there and immediately start getting shot and lose a bunch of health or something. Now, the one good thing is, about killing mobs in this, is that typically when you kill the mobs, typically what happens is you get parts from it. So we gotta set up like a little area for these guys to kind of filter into. And that right there, that should be pretty much perfect. Let me make some slabs here. Honestly, it might be better to have stairs. So we're going to also do that, just in case I want to use stairs instead. Move this, switch out that. Actually, no, we'll just keep that like that. Alright, because what we can do that. That gives us a little bit more protection in case they start shooting at us. What is that? Ah, Arcana. That's something that you can gain. Basically just explains magic and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna farm some levels here and hopefully not die. Now, you gotta be careful because even sometimes like this, you can be protected like this, but at the same time, they can still kill you with, what is it? It's like, flashback damage, I guess. Maybe the closest explanation for it. Some mobs, even when you hit them, they deal damage back, like a spikes type or a thorns type damage. So you got to be careful. So I'm going to try to get some levels. I'm going to do that off camera, that way you guys don't have to sit here and watch all of that. But yeah, this is going to be how we are going to farm levels to get more of this. Mainly, we want to get our health up. That gives us more hearts down below. As you see, we've got the normal, like, I think 10 or whatever it is. 10 or 12 or something like that. There are different types of zombies, skeletons and stuff. So you gotta just be very careful. Let's run. That Storm Berserk, Sprint Ghastly, or whatever, Zombie, Poison. As I said, different types of ways that they can kill you still. Even if they can't hit you, so you gotta be careful. When it does something like that, just kind of take a chill moment. Wait a sec. We gotta get fish in the morning. That way we can continue surviving, because if we don't have food, we're not gonna be able to heal. We need to kind of do some hunting, fishing, whatever, and get some food. But yeah, we will do some of that stuff off camera. That way you guys don't have to watch it all. And hopefully I don't die, because then that means that I have to restart the whole Let's Play series on a different world. So hopefully you enjoyed getting to see the start to this series, on this world. And I'm going to, like I said, do leveling off camera. That way you guys don't have to watch all the boring stuff. If you guys want to see that kind of stuff as well, just let me know in the comments. I know that I don't really have a big base of followers right now, so, obviously not a whole lot of people are going to be watching this, but I will um, do whatever people want to actually see. So just let me know down in the comments, and otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed. Give it a like if you did. If you have any tips or tricks for Hexxit Revived, let me know in the comments down below. And also just subscribe for more updates when the videos come out. And I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully. So, peace out, guys.